Let's see about getting this off of the board mechanically. So we slide this very thin Caselli underneath. And what you want to do is find a place to work that's very quiet. You don't have anything in your ears, no earbuds. You can't see the knife, you don't know where it is. So you're trying to put it in that layer between the mount and the photograph, the paper support of the photograph. So since you can't see it, you're going to have to use your ears as your eyes. And each of the supports has a different sound to it. Watch the blade go through. And you listen to the sound. That's the sound you want. You know you're between the two. So you just put the tip of the Caselli a little bit deeper. And to keep the Caselli not flat but always angled so that the leading edge is always down. Because you don't want the Caselli to emerge. So you just go slow and steady and you work the angles. And you always make sure, and often I tell myself out loud, down. Just so I don't quickly become complacent and allow the foredge to come up, because if it comes up, that means it's going to come out, and that means it's going to emerge through the historic photograph. That means you failed. And this is a sort of a no failure operation. In another video, I'll show you how to keep these things flat, shiny, and sharp. Because if you have improperly maintained tools, you're going to get the results you deserve. The goal here is to put both of these pieces together, not to create more pieces or more damage. That is not to say that sometimes you do a treatment and you have to create damage in order to get the overall final treatment result that you're after. It's no different than if, look, they have to cut you open to fix an organ in your body, okay? There's going to be damage created to you, but it's done for a reason, and it's done, hopefully, as minimally as possible. So you work the corners in sort of this sort of circular pattern. And now you notice now that the photo is being more relieved from the mount, that it's getting curled or less flat. That's because now it's just a thin piece of paper with old adhesive attached to it underneath. But this will allow us too, to, when we use moisture, to remove the final layers of paper and adhesive from the back of the photograph. It will allow us to use just enough moisture to do that, instead of inundating it with too much. And as I've said before, it's always making life easier on your next task by making each of the preceding tasks as proficiently done as possible and as completely done as possible. So now you see it's loose, right? Notice it's taking a curl. That's curling based upon the grain of the paper. But let me show you the back. And you see we've basically gone between the mount, and just a little bit of the mount paper is left on here, which now we can get off with localized moisture. And so we have both pieces of paper, and if you look even now, you can see that it's going to come back very, very nicely, and you'll have a good photograph mounted on a new board. So there you go. Thank you.